Okay, so here's the problem. Wipers. I've been doing this for a little while where they'll start, they'll stop, they'll start, they'll stop, they stop halfway, and then they just don't work at all. Now I thought because the van stands for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks here and there, it might be the pivots, the bearings that the arms pivot on. So I got underneath the scuttle panel, cleaned them, wiped them, WD-40, and then loads and loads of grease and packed them out with grease. And they seemed to be fine for a while, but it started doing it again. So I checked them, and they've still got quite a lot of grease on them. So I'm figuring it's the actual wiper motor itself just giving up the ghost. Again, as with the steering UJ a few weeks ago, it's probably the original one on there, and at 250 odd thousand miles it probably needs changing. So my plan is, let me show you first exactly what happens when you switch them on. That's it, and that's supposed to be on the really fast speed as well. Switch them off, switch them on, switch them off, switch them on. They're stuck now, so I'll leave them switched on and see if they actually go back. So what I've done, if you can see there, before I actually switch them on, I put a little yellow post-it note on with a line under it for each blade, so that when I come to put them back on, hopefully I'll know exactly where they're supposed to go, if they ever go back to where they're supposed to be. But if they stay there, I'll switch the ignition off and it can oh, here we go. Right, so I'll switch them off. There you go, they've gone back down. Right, I'll leave them there. Let's get to removing them. Okay, so the bonnet's up. You can see the post-it notes are pretty much exactly where they're supposed to be. 16mm socket. Let's get it the right way around. 16mm socket on these. Get the wipers off, and then just down there, 10mm sockets to get this scuttle panel off. You've got to be careful of these because they always pop off and they're buggers to get back on. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, and it should slide off nicely. And then we can have a clean up of underneath the scuttle panel, and then we'll get to the wiper motor and the arms underneath, and we'll see what that's like. One other thing to mention is this little rubber seal that runs along here. All you have to do is just rip it off. Pop it off. It just sits on that ridge along there, just to keep the water out under the scuttle panel. I'm entirely convinced it does a perfect job, but there. And lifting the scuttle panel out, it's as simple as this, hopefully, he says. There we go. We have, look underneath, there's one bolt there that holds that in there. Jesus, you can still see all the grease on it what I put on before. And there's the second bolt there. So undo those two, disconnect the motor, give it a good clean out in there, and then refit the other one and see if it actually works. Doesn't look that bad in there actually. No water, no rust stains, no nothing. No, looks good. Okay. sort of a side-by-side comparison. Didn't need them in the end. That's the one I've just removed. Look at the state of that. It's terrible. You can see the grease is still on everywhere I put it. The grease is still there. So clearly it's not the fact that they're seizing up or tight. Anyway, this is a replacement. Absolutely identical. I think it came out of a 2015 Movano, I think. Again, they're identical anyway, so yeah, 141, 410, 360. So the wiper motor is exactly the same. Arms are the same, frames the same. I'll need the rubber grommet for that bit there. Yeah, I'll give it a quick brush down before I strip the other one out. Had a few cobwebs and bits of dust on it, looks all good. So what I'm going to do now again is grease up these joints. It's a lot easier with it out of the van than it is actually in it. So I'll grease them up, do the reversal, fit it in, and then I suppose we'll have to see if it works, won't we? Okay, motor and arms are back in, back exactly where the last one was, all fitted in, all connected up. I've just got to clip that cable up onto there, stop it rubbing on the arms. See what happened there. Just a little bit under there. Get that on. Next trick is let's get the scuttle panel back on. Make sure that's all fitted, and the rubber strip along there, of course. Okay, scuttle panel on, and that trim, that rubber, all on, all secured. 10mm nuts all fastened down, very nice. Just the blade to go. I can hear what you're all saying now. You're saying, ah, that's a brand new scuttle panel. Look at it, it's lovely. It's not. I'm far too tight to be buying brand new scuttle panels. It's the same one, just a bit of WD-40 on a rag. Give a good wipe over, get all the crap off underneath as well. It's all important, it gets leaves and all sorts of crap under there. So yeah, just a good clean, good wipe over, get all the rubbish off it. Live to fight another day. That's what I like, saving money. All looks good. Okay. These are in, ignition on. Right, intermittent. Right, slow. How fast? Looks good to me. Yeah, pleased with that. Job well done, I'd say.